Hey guys, it is actually 3 a.m. or 3:13 a.m. on the 10th at the moment because of daylight savings time. So at 2 o'clock it switches over and springs forward an hour. So I've lost an hour. I'm just glad that doesn't happen in April, to say the least. But I'm going to run through the stuff that I did yesterday, which CampNaNo related wasn't a ton, but it was something. I worked on the time stopper, and I ended up with, oops, that's not the right button. I worked on the time stopper, and I ended up with, I keep clicking the wrong button, 1,168 words there, up at the top here, for yesterday. And then on the Lost City of Z research, I was working on researching faucet, and I ended up with 1,846 words there, again, up at the top here. Yesterday I was up until 4 p.m.-ish, and then I woke up around 10. I had set my alarm for 8, and I woke up to that, and then I was like, well, let's do one more half hour, and I forgot to press save on my alarm, so there was no way for it to go off. That's okay, I guess. I just don't like that it risks completely screwing up my sleep schedule again. Also very weird skipping supper 2 days in a row and then eating supper after midnight. It's a very odd experience, but here we are. But at the moment I am working on BV for day 10 and getting that down before I can move on to the time stopper and eventually research. But while I was researching faucet, the Wikipedia article has a ton of stuff, and I'll go into it more on the research series that I'm doing for this, but there's a part where they directly reference the fact that only one person has died searching for faucet after he disappeared, and I specifically remember one of the articles I read saying that there's even a group of men who just went into the forest or the jungle to look for him and they were never seen again. A group, not just one man, which means that that's wrong. For that particular source, they chose an opinionated article about how much this person hates faucet and how he's totally unnotable and he's worthless and he holds no worth to cartography or any of it. No exploration, no nothing. He's completely worthless, he's completely useless, and he's never accomplished anything, according to this article. And whoever edited that particular section of the Wikipedia article decided that that was the one to reference, that that was the article that held the most truth. So I searched it separately and found at least 6 articles on the first page of Google, not even counting any of the other pages, that definitely say some people predict that upwards of 100 people have died in the jungle looking for faucet and or clues of what happened to him. So I didn't write that one down because I don't care what some person believes just because they don't like a person. It would be the same as me picking any single historical figure that I don't like and then just giving my opinion on what I think about them and calling them worthless when it's, in fact, those people accomplished something. You can absolutely hate someone and still be able to admit that they accomplished something. In a writing sense, I don't like Harry Potter or any of Stephen King's books, but I'm able to admit that J.K. Rowling and Stephen King have both accomplished incredible and great things. They have produced a lot of content, they have gained a lot of fans, and they are successful. And even though I don't like their writing, and truthfully, I'm not a huge fan of J.K. Rowling as a person more often than not, I'm able to admit that they are great successors and that they have done incredible things, so I'm not going to go out of my way and insinuate that they're terrible people or that they were worthless or useless, because it's pointless. Why hold a huge grudge over someone you've never even met just because you don't like them, you know? So I'm going to dig into that more later on and do some more digging just to make sure where that information came from. The 100 people number, I want to know where that originated, if I can possibly find it before April. Because again, in one of the articles I read, it does indeed say that a group of men, like I think at least 3 men, went into the jungle to look for them and disappeared, which they were never seen again, which would insinuate they were dead, which definitely means more than one person died. So it's something I need to look into, but the actual toll was only one, a soul man who ventured after him alone, is the quote here. And as soon as I clicked on that article, I was like, wow, I'm not going to believe a word any of this says. It's very clear it's an editorial, opinionated article. And you should never, ever, ever use a clearly biased opinionated article as a source of 100% true fact without looking it up and backing it up with other truthful, researched information. Fun fact of the day. But I'm working on writing and researching today. I'm going to hopefully get around to note cards at some point after I get my writing done. It's windy as hell outside. It's cold. It's blowing. It snowed earlier today. Again, after it rained. It was warm enough for rain, and then it snowed on top of the rain. So if it freezes, we'll have even more ice than before. And now the snow that snowed earlier today is blowing all over the farm. It's very fun. But because of that, I'm cold. My hands are cold. I have the heater on in here. And I think after I finish this YouTube video that I have going, which is another 7 minutes, I'm going to turn on either the PlayStation or the Xbox and play a game in between writing to keep things balanced, in hopes that I can accomplish more, especially since I lost an hour of my day. But I am going to get back into writing here, and then I will update you guys in tomorrow's video on progress on the time stopper, which I don't think will be a lot. I kind of just want to do research, so we'll see what happens though. But that's all that I have for right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated. If you'd like to stay updated on CampNaNo, my writing, my editing, anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. And I will see you guys for day 10 tomorrow.